We have taken up the matter of righteousness and wickedness, according to the teaching of Scripture, of what is required in the governing of a nation, in order that that nation may be blessed by God. What we have seen is that a godly civil magistrate must not be involved factually or effectively in the death of the innocent personally or by legislative means. This includes abortion, euthanasia, infanticide, or any shedding of innocent blood. The only shedding of blood which is permitted, according to Scripture, are those that are in accordance with God's teaching on thou shalt not kill. The preservation of life in order that men may honor and pursue the righteousness of God, both personally and nationally. But the taking of life by God, according to those violations through which a man's life ought to be taken. Innocent blood should not be shed. But when innocent blood has been shed, man's life must be taken. The reason for this is those who love God hate death. But those who hate God, they love death. How can a civil magistrate say that they love God and yet participate in the killing of the innocent? In particular, I'm referring, of course, to abortion. How can you say you love God and yet kill the innocent? Directly or indirectly. Whether you actually participate in it or legislate it. And this libertarian view going around today that says, I would not get an abortion, but government must not tell the people what to do in such matters, needs to consider that the Sixth Commandment states that you shall not murder, which requires that it is the duty of all men and nations to preserve the life of ourselves, our families, and others by resisting all thoughts and purposes and practices, which must include the political and legal process as it relates to abortion, that destroys the life of the innocent. In Exodus 23:7, we are told, keep yourself far from a false matter. Do not kill the innocent and righteous, for I will not justify the wicked. God has brought judgment on this nation in that we have killed our children. And we continue this day still killing off our children. It is a shame and a disgrace to our people, to our nation, to our leaders that this continues. This is not justice. This is wickedness. And it has continued for many years. The standard for a just government, a righteous civil magistrate, is found in Amos 5:15. Here's the attitude that ought to be the attitude of every person, of every politician, of every political party, that ought to be the attitude of our nation. Hate evil, love good. Establish justice in the gate. Justice in the gate here means where causes are debated legislatively and judged judicially. Hate evil, love good. Listen to the wisdom found in Proverbs 17:15. He who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the just, both of them alike are an abomination to the Lord. Well, we now know what constitutes a righteous government and the qualifications for any civil magistrate at every level, what ought to be his attitude in the restoring of our nation. We're now only left with answering the question, can a Christian be a member of the Republican or Democratic parties? We'll take that up in our next session.